Oh, no, I'm muted. Maybe not. Good morning, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Thumbs up in the chat. It is Friday, November 4th, 2022. I always kind of hate how my video camera's in the way. How is everybody today? Let me know if you can hear. Oh, Danielle says thumbs up. Thank you. Awesome. So I'm going to tell you guys it's stormy here. I hope I don't lose my electricity. If I do, I'm warning you now that that's what's going on, and I'll just be back later. It hasn't blinked yet, but that doesn't mean anything. It's really thunderstorming out. Hello, everybody. How is everyone this Friday morning? I'm back at my regularly scheduled time. Excuse me, I saw in the chat that Cassie was asking how Brody, he's my little senior Shih Tzu baby, is doing. He's doing so much better. Thank you for asking so much. He's doing really good. The other thing I wanted to address, I do have a new blog on WordPress. For you guys, if you're already subscribed to my blog, you've already should have been getting my emails because nothing changed on your end. I just had to switch some stuff here for me. I'm slowly working through getting that. I do think my old blog is somewhat there. I noticed it's missing headers and stuff. I don't think they have all their technical stuff figured out, but I do have a link to it over on the new blog. So if you want to go back and search for things, it might work. It might not, but eventually it should. It will still be there. It's not going to go anywhere. I won't, stop paying for it or whatever so that content stays there. I just wanted to kind of update you guys. I am going to be doing a blog post about that. So definitely sign up for my emails so that you get my daily content and all of those good things. So yes, it is. Yeah. Who said? Danielle says, love a good thunderstorm. Me too, but I love it on a morning that I don't have to get ready. I love it on I told my son that when he left for school, I'm like, darn it, why wasn't this tomorrow? When we could kind of just hang out. Although tomorrow I am teaching for Hero Arts. Who here is taking part in the holiday stamp along for Hero Arts? Super excited. Libby went live last night and did the homework. I popped in for quite a while and then my phone died and then I went to bed. So I was like, okay, that's my sign. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bella says hello all the way from South Africa. Hello. And Becky from the UK. I love seeing where everyone is from. Thank you guys for popping that into the chat. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, do all of those things. I super appreciate it. We're just inching closer and closer to 100K here, and I'm so, so excited. Okay. I did have a new video on YouTube this morning. I will pop the camera around here in just a second and show that to you because it does use Papertrey ink product. Now, it was on my blog a couple weeks ago, but I hadn't done the edited video for it. I actually did the card like right before I had to go for my retreat. And so I just never got the video edited. Can't talk. It was sitting there on my computer, so I got that up. That went up this morning, and I thought it'd be the perfect time then to showcase some more Papertrey ink. Oh my goodness, Genevieve is from Quebec, and Barbara's from Wichita, so you're close. We're having thunderstorms. Let's see. Hello, everyone. I love. Oh my gosh, Constance from Germany. I love this. Carrie is taking the Hero Arts class. Yay, I'm so super excited. And I did misspeak earlier. I don't remember which video I said this in. This time we're raising money for Florida for Hurricane Ian. So anyway, I will have a prize for that. I believe that's going on Saturday night. And it will be a rainbow marker bag. I'm going to grab it. Hold on. So it will look like this. And then I have a set of cards that are going in it. They're holiday rainbow themed, but I don't have those in here or I'd show them to you. So if you're taking part in the Hero Arts and you would like to win a prize from me, obviously it's a donation and it goes to a good cause. Okay. I have an appointment and I have to leave the house at 10:30, which should give us plenty of time. 10:30 my time. So I think I should probably flip the camera around and get started. What do you guys think? Let's see. Okay. I kind of have a little mess here. Let me move that out of the way and grab everything. This is the card that I am sharing on my blog and on YouTube today. And this uses that rustic star die cut set, plus it uses the fanciful snowflake foil plate and then a stamp set for the greeting. But you guys, it's so beautiful, so detailed, just really, really amazing. Oh, Kathy, that's awesome. First time watching, as she just found me via a blog hop earlier this week. So cool. Thank you so much. Oh, a major sandstorm in West Texas. Cassie, that sounds terrible. Sandy, I cannot do a tutorial on making that bag. I'm sorry. Someone else on YouTube did one similar. I did change the sizes a little bit, but that's not my content, so no, I can't. I will link to the marker bag somewhere or down below. It may be a little later today. I've done it before, but I can't remember which video, or I direct you there right now. Let's see. Heather made a live. Awesome. So today we are going to be making these cute little tags. And I love giving like a handmade treats, mostly just to my next door neighbors. But, you know, anytime you needed to do a handmade treat, or maybe you like to take it to a business that you frequent or something, and you want to take a plate of goodies or a little bag of goodies at the holidays. That's kind of what I was envisioning or going for with these. And that definitely directed the direction of it. The stamp set is super cute, and I will walk you through everything I'm using. I did link to it all down below. I believe it just all went in stock at Simon Says Stamp this week. I did notice, I think the dies are out of stock, so you may have to check Papertrey for those, or just sign up to be notified when they come back. But really cute. These are part of the October release, so I know they have been out for a little bit, and maybe you guys even have some of it already. The base, though, is not Papertrey. It's Mama Elephant. So when I was thinking about this and designing it in my head, I was trying to think, what tag do I have that's going to be big enough to accommodate this design? And I ultimately kind of came to the conclusion I could make my own. I could take a rectangle and just do a rectangle tag with any type of stitch die, or I could use the large tag window from Mama Elephant, which is literally probably my favorite tag set right now. Just if you want to design like a little house, if you want to, add windows and all that good stuff. I did use it for a Stamp Timber video in September that I really, really loved. And I thought it would be cute with this little top because it's a decorative top like for a tag, but I also kind of thought it looked like a little awning or something for a bakery. I don't know. In my mind, that's kind of the direction I was going when I was designing this. It can also be used just on a card. It doesn't have to be made into a tag. And that's something I did want to mention with these and their size. Everything here could be translated into a card. You don't have to make it into a tag. If you would rather do a gift card for, to give these or whatever, I think it would be really, really cute. And you could do all kinds of different things with it. So that was my plan. And of course, I couldn't stop at one. I had to do two. So the first thing is the Mama Elephant large tag window. Then the stamp set that is mostly used here, and I'm going to grab it really quick and show it to you, is this, which is like a 2-piece set. It's called Gingerbread Bakery. And I really probably should have grabbed something white to put underneath it. So it's 2 pieces. You get a lot of images here. There's a lot of stamp layering. We're going to do that today. And of course, then there's coordinating dies for everything. The cake topper is over here. But that was stamped and die cut from vellum because I thought that that would just make the cutest little cake topper thing. Let's see. I do want to mention as well, if you have a question and I don't happen to catch it, if you write question in all caps, it does pop out at me. And I definitely will do my very best to catch those as we are going along today. The other stamp set, because as I was designing these, I felt like I needed some greenery. And I think the addition of a little greenery really kind of adds to this whole design. So any greenery you have would be fine. This was definitely sized, I think, appropriately. This is the wonderful wreath set, also from Papertrey Inc.'s October release. And you can see these are the pieces that we're using. I didn't use tons of it, and you can make amazing wreaths with it. And coordinating dies for everything, which is awesome. And then the last thing I used, and it is a new product as well, this is the Winter Globe Sentiments. And no, they're not on the front, but I did the back here. And this I thought was the perfect sentiment if you want to use this as a gift tag. Now, if you don't want to do a gift tag, these would also be super cute ornaments for like on a tree or something. And you guys know I love using tags as as ornaments on trees. Emma says, whenever I click your affiliate links, my keyboard goes away, so I can't use your links. Does that happen to anyone else? And is it here on YouTube or is it elsewhere? That's strange. Thank you, Marie, for reminding people to hit like. Kelly is asking Emma, is this on your phone or on a computer? Thank you so much, Kelly, for helping. Debbie, good morning. A very rare appearance for me. I'm so glad. All right, so the first thing I'm going to tell you guys right now, we're going to be stamping and die cutting a lot of it here on camera because Hero Arts sent me a compact cutter and I love it. And it's going to work really great for all this little stuff. The big tags, I did die cut ahead of time, but we are going to be doing this die cutting things here today just to make it a little bit easier. Linda said hers is fine. Emma says an iPad. It might be that. I have said this before. I'm sorry, I'm not real helpful. I don't have an iPad and I don't even know how they work. I know that that is super lame. I know. So I wanted to show here that our tags are cut from some Lawn Fawn Vanilla Malt cardstock, but we're inking it up to grunge it up and look like this. I always love that what ink can achieve. Barb finally made it to one of the early morning lives. That's awesome. Susie, I can see your chats. I can see your comments. My links have been off and on for a few weeks. Is that through my blog or through YouTube? Can you let me know? Because if it's my blog, I am going to guess it's whatever was going on with that, my old service. So we are going to start, and I am inking up my tags with some Cappuccino ink. And I think we're just going to do all of them right now. I did this part first before we start stamping. So we have some fine for me's and some maybe not. I will have to look at it later if it's a widespread problem. And it would help to know if it's YouTube or my blog. Linda says she's using it on an iPad and it's fine. Thank you guys so much for being so helpful to everybody in the chat too. So I did try to keep my color darker around the edges and a little lighter in the center, but it doesn't have to be super perfect. Debbie, I was almost late to my live because I was making coffee. Hannah says that it's YouTube and mostly Amazon. Handmade Not Hallmark, which is, I always say this, it's my favorite username ever, said that she loves blending. On cardstock, it adds so much dimension and interest. It absolutely does. And it's amazing to me that plain cardstock can be transformed. I did start with a cream instead of white because I definitely wanted these to have more of a vintagey, rustic feel, I think. Kelly says crafters are loving people. Yes. Good morning, Julie from Tennessee. Barb said that she tried on her iPad and the first link is working fine. If it's the Amazon links, that's something I will have to double check and see. But if it's, because that's the only comment I've seen, but I'm sure I've missed some things. If it's Simon links, can you let me know? So we're just going to ink up all of these I said real quick, but I don't know that it's going real quick because we have quite a bit of stamping to do. Candy says, if she clicks on a link in the blog, it opens on the same page. If she clicks the thumbnail on the blog, it takes to a new tab, if that helps. That's great. Thank you for telling us. Christy, you're not very late. I literally just got started inking. Not Amazon, it's Simon. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I definitely will have to look at it this afternoon when I'm home from my appointment. All right, once we have our tags inked up, I'm going to clean up my desk here. I'll give it a good clean later. I am going to take our first tag and we are going to work on Gingerbread Bakery first. Shimon says, that blending looks like a fresh cookie. Now I'm hungry. That's so funny. I'm going to pop my tag right here in my Misty. I do want to kind of show both of them. So for this one, I stamped this little border. I stamped the background directly on the tag. And then for this one, I'm going to stamp this top sentiment and then the bottom on my tag. Everything else is really just die cuts. So let's just go ahead and work on this one first, and then we'll do the other one. And then we're going to work on both at the same time, but I'm going to try to do it in an organized manner, if that's even possible. So I am going to open these up. Let's go ahead and grab this. Megan says, you're making me want to make Christmas cookies. Yes, I kind of felt that myself when I was doing this. Now, I do have the benefit of stamping these before, but I do want to share kind of my plan. So let me show you what I did when I did this, originally designed it. I wanted to make sure that there was room down here at the bottom. And in order to do that, I actually took part of the rolling pin because it is a layering stamp. And I do think that's what makes it so amazing. And I kind of just played with it, trying to figure out where, because I don't want to cover up much of this. If a little is covered up, that's okay, like with the candy cane, but I don't want to cover the whole thing up. So I really kind of played around with my placement and things, and that's how I figured out where I wanted everything to go. So that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and stamp this in black since that is going to go on first. Kim says she purchased the tag dial a while ago and loves additional ideas for it. Awesome. Anna has a great suggestion for link problems. She said, try refreshing YouTube. Thank you guys for all your suggestions and help for everyone in the community. I love it. Thank you, Karen. Karen, we need to get together. You could come use them. Look at me shamelessly plugging, trying to spend time with my friends. And then we're just going to do a little quick clean. I'm going to try really hard to not make a super huge disastrous mess. We'll see how that goes, right? All right, the next part is probably what I would say, I don't want to say tricky, but it doesn't have to be super perfect, or I guess for me it doesn't have to be super perfect. But there is a left and a right of these. Here we go. To make this little frame. And I eyeballed it. I did not use any of the things that come with the Misty. They're somewhere. I think I know where they are. I was just lazy and didn't want to go get them. So we're just going to continue that. So there's only two. We're going to have to move them. And I'm going to ink these with a little cherry ink. Handmade, not Hallmark. We are going to start making Christmas cookies today. Oh my gosh. Sheila says, love these tags. Linda says that it gives her a cookie making vibe too, but if she waits long enough, it'll go away. Linda, you and me. That's how I feel about it too. And these cookies baked goods have no calories. So I'm super pumped about that. And then I'm going to do my very best to line these up. We're just kind of flipping them around. I did really want to just flip my panel in my Misty, but it didn't really work out. So this is easier for me. If you find a good way to make them flip around, you could totally do that. Oh, this is so cute. This is probably, I know it's such a small thing, but this is one of my favorite things about this tag. I think it adds a lot. And look how cute that is. Deborah, I absolutely love these tags. Thank you. Let's see. Handmade, not Hallmark, said her 4 boys gobble them down that they don't last till Christmas. Okay, so here's why I don't make anything early. I only have 1 kid still at home, and he is not a sweet eater. But you know who is? Me. So in order for me not to eat them, that's why we don't buy them. Or not buy them, why we don't make them until right before. And then when I have company, I can just send them home with all of the company. This is my thought process on cookies. Denise says late again. That's okay. Maria, I'm so glad you made a live too. Joan, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you guys. It's been a little bit of a week. I know I mentioned it earlier, but it's all good. And you know what's funny? Talking about how wonderful this community is. I've had a couple of friends reach out and offer assistance and assistance for assisting or offering assistance from people who help them. And it's a wonderful community. And I don't know, I guess I feel very grateful. I love our card making community. So here let me move the tag into place that we're stamping now. And again, I'm just stamping anything that goes on the base. I did put my topper, I laid it down so that I could gauge where I want holiday treats to go. This is going to be for our cake plate. And I love this cake plate. Like, I want to use this cake plate for all kinds of things. It's so cute. So this time we're stamping holiday treats with cherry, and then we're going to stamp made with love in black. And that's why I use a Misty, because I don't stamp very good sometimes the first time. The stamp and die is sold out, and wait for, yeah, definitely sign up for restocks. I was super afraid of that. But I think we're still early enough. Hopefully there'll be restocks. And I will tell you guys, I always sign up to be notified so that I can tell you guys when things are back in stock. So I will for sure do that. And I do want to mention that something to keep in mind. I did mine in this color, kind of traditional colorway, kind of traditional rustic colorway, but wouldn't it be cute maybe in pinks and aquas? I think it would be absolutely darling. All right. We've got our card bases stamped, so now I'm going to start working on all of the individual pieces that we need. And because I'm using my little compact cutter from Hero Arts, I just trimmed down a bunch of the Vanilla Malt Lawn Fawn cardstock. So I'm just going to kind of follow my guide to keep track of everything I need to stamp. Yes. Oh, Linda, that's a great idea. So I do have the snow globes from them as well. Oh, that's got ink on it. That's not good. Let's just flip that over. You'll have to let me know if you would like to see me do something with the snow globes as well. Ginger, I wish I felt good. Oh, but you're waiting from the early October release. Uh-oh. You may buzz on over to Papertrey and see if they're in stock directly from Papertrey if you can't get them from Simon. So what I'm going to do here, because on Gingerbread Bakery, it's all one stamp, but I do want it to be two colors. So I've masked off the bakery part with a little low tack tape from Simon, and I'm going to ink up the word gingerbread with cherry ink. And then I'm just going to remove my masking paper. We're just going to stamp that. Oh, that looks good. And then I'm just going to reuse it, and I'll show you that here. So I just kind of laid it back there. Let's leave it so you can see what I'm doing. So it's not going to stick great, but I think it will be enough to protect it without me having to get another piece. And I'm going to ink up the word bakery. Oops. And I lifted that up in black. You could get another piece. That's me being completely lazy. And let me just flip this around. Since I'm right-handed, I think I'm going to, yeah, that looks better. All right. Let me get rid of this tape before I put my project in it and make a huge mess. All right, let me check here. Oh, Renee, I love that. She says, I just love these. They check all the boxes for happiness and holiday spirit. Oh, thank you. Oh, handmade, not Hallmark. I like that too. She says, I have learned to wait for new products and use it for my cards the next year. That way I don't have to wait. That's a great way to look at it as well. Really, really awesome. Thank you for that. Ah, Ginger says the dies are also sold out on Papertrey. Well, sign up everywhere. Oh, and Hannah's saying that too. Sign up to be notified, guys. And hopefully they'll come back soon. I will email Papertrey after this. It may be this afternoon. And I will see if they have an ETA on when maybe we can expect them. So now I'm just I'm working through both of these at the same time. The second tag has a banner, so I'm going to stamp that with some cherry. Because I think what we're going to do is kind of try to stamp everything, and then I'm going to try to die cut it all at once. That's my plan, and we shall see how that works. Inevitably, I forget something. But we're going to try. Carla says, loving pink for Christmas. Me too. I almost went with pink, and then I didn't. But I think I'd like to make another set of these in a little bit more of a retro design. And I do have some little girl neighbors, and I think like pink and red or pink and aqua would be really cute for them. I usually try to give them something kind of special. Like I give them a family gift, but I always have so many little bags and things, so I always try to give them something too. And then we're just stamping the cookies, pies, cakes, and treats. The detail on these is absolutely amazing. Vicky, it's totally okay. So here's something funny about my blog and the problem. I was telling my friend the other day, we were talking about it, and I said, this is how I go. I don't know if this is just a sign of how rough things have been the last month. I mean, just different things. It's nothing even big. It's just like a lot of things all at once. I haven't even cried. Haven't even cried. I just decided to move on. Oh, the banner is amazing. Handmade, not Hallmark. I agree. Pink RD1 asks what I'm using to clean. I'm using the Simon Says stamp Ultra Clean. I like Ultra Clean. Hero Arts has Ultra Clean. I just really like it. Pink and aqua, Kelly said she was going to say that too. What kind of stamp cleaner? Oh, yeah, I saw it. Give me a second. This is what I'm using. So next, we have a rolling pin, and it's layering. And what I found worked best was to do the handles first and then do the center part. So we are going to use cherry again and stamp that. Judy says, I'm really late getting here, but I will watch this and then catch. Thank you for being part of the replay as well. I love my replay viewers. Thank you guys so much. So then we also need this solid. Let's just go ahead and grab the rest of the pieces. That solid piece, and then this kind of funny looking little, here, I'll lay it there, wood piece. So let's go ahead and do our solid first. And I'm going to go back with Cappuccino, which is the color I used to ink blend the edges of my tag. And I may have to stamp. I think I need to re-ink my Cappuccino. I noticed this when I was making these the other day. I stamped it a few times. It needs to go to the re-inking spa and get fixed up. Thank you, Susie. Have a good day at work, and thank you for watching the replay later. After we have that, I'm going to take Mocha and the last layering piece, and we are going to go ahead and ink that. Something I found about their layering stamps is I thought that they were pretty easy for the most part. I think the only one I kind of struggled with was the star-shaped cookie. Look how cute! I really like this rolling pin. I have no idea why, but I just think it's really, really fun. All right, let me look here. I did do one of the gingerbread that I'm going to need previous, so we're just going to stamp one of them today because I think I need two. I do. So let's go ahead and do our gingerbread next. On the stamp set, I did want to show this. I'm not using one of the layering pieces for the gingerbread. So I'm not using the outline. I didn't feel like it, I mean, it would be okay. The reason I chose not to use it, because this is where like the mouth is and then the little, you know, squiggly lines for the frosting. I I didn't like the outline. I wanted to stamp it in red, but I didn't want the outline to be in red. Maybe I should have. Maybe that would have been cute. Maybe we'll try one. Should we? Let's just try it and see if it works out. I'm going to stamp my... That was my thinking when I made this, but now that I look at it, we're going to try it, and if it doesn't work out, we'll just make another one. It's just paper, right? Yeah, Cappuccino needs re-inked. I think I use Cappuccino a lot. All right, we're going to try the outline now. If it doesn't work, that's okay. It may be really cute. I may regret not doing it for the others. But that's okay too. Julie says, I'm so glad you're using Papertrey products. I have always liked them, and this is the cutest project. Oh, thanks for holidays. Shimon says, love miniature things. Me too. I think that's what I like so much. It's okay. I don't know if I love it. I don't really like the red for the mouth. I think we're going to go back to not using this one. If it was in black, it'd probably look okay, but I didn't really want black. We're going back to my original plan now because it is just paper. The rolling pin does look so real. It makes it look toasty. Yes. Well, I still didn't get that inked up very good. There we go. All right, so back to my original plan, no outline. That's just my personal preference. Always do what you like. I'm a big proponent of making sure you stamp things the way you like to stamp them. Okay, this is a funny looking piece, and the snowflake, the gingerbread house, and the gingerbread man all have it. And it looks kind of, did not think it was going to work very good, but it really does add to the cookie feel. So this is some MOCHA, which is a darker ink. Yeah, Kelly, now you know. I sure do. Embossed white would look cute for sure, Karen. And it just gives it more of that cookie feel. I don't think I lined that up the best, but we're going to roll with it. This is how I craft. If it's close enough, it's good enough. And I am going to add the eyes. The mouth is the only thing I didn't add, but I could take a black pen and fill it in, but I didn't even feel like doing that. I thought it was cute this way. I wish they would have added the mouth to this stamp. And there we go. So we have our gingerbread man. Let's go ahead and do our gingerbread house and the star cookie. Or star. I keep saying star. Snowflake cookie? Yes. Snowflake. Oh, that's cute. Shimon says you could make several in different accent colors. Frosty white would be adorable. Handmade, not Hallmark. All these traditional colors are my favorite. Kim, I'm glad you're here. White embossing, Debbie, would be really cute. I'm not going to today, but I definitely think that would probably be my preference. However, I'm not exactly sure how much white is going to show up on the vanilla malt cardstock. It would have to be something I tried. And probably not while we're live. Normally, I don't have anywhere to go after our live, but today, because I do, I really want to make sure I get my tags made. And then these are the same thing. However, I did do the star, or the decorative part, I guess I should say, for, I keep saying star. You guys, what is my deal? Snowflake. And I'm going to go ahead and do that first with cherry. Rochelle, you probably could, but I'm not going to. I think I have noticed that my Jelly Roll pen picks up the red. And so it'll probably look pink. I think I would probably white emboss. That would be what I think I'd like the best. And I'll have to try it with maybe if I do these in the pink and aqua color combination, I will like do a little shorts video or something and add it to the channel. And I'll try that with the white embossing and see how it goes. Or if you guys try it, let me know if you have these. Hello, Deborah. I don't think the red mouth looks right either. Oh, thanks, Bonnie. Okay, the layering for the gingerbread house and the cookie, again, they're these funny little squigglies. Or the snowflake and gingerbread. I don't even know what I said. I'm going to do mocha. I did not do the nicest job with my house. In fact, I really don't like it. Of course when I'm live. Let's try again. But my snowflake turned out okay. I'm going to just try that one more time. Good morning, Carla. Good morning, Deborah. So tell me what your plans are for this weekend. Are you going to craft? Do you have other things going on? If you're just joining, are you participating in the Hero Arts Holiday Stamp Along? That is what I'm doing this weekend. Sorry for my head in the way, everybody, but I feel like I need to do it. That looks better. I need to do a better job this time. That looks a little bit better. All right. Then let's see what I haven't done. I have done these three. I have done this. I've done the house. Okay, we need our little gingerbread man that doesn't have layering. So I'm going to go ahead and grab him. And we're just going to do him in mocha this time. He goes underneath our glass lid of our cake plate. And then there's some trees. And I'm going to grab, there's 2 trees, and I'm going to stamp 3. We're going to stamp the small one twice. Julie is going to organize her crafting area. The pink RD, that is the holiday stamp along from Hero Arts. I think it's still open. I don't think I put a link down there. I'm not sure when registration closes for it, but it's 2 days of live teaching from different teachers. I have a class. Let's see. There's quite a lot of us teaching. It's really fun. I've participated, I think, in all of them in some form or fashion. And I will be teaching at the next one as well. Shh. So I'm excited. Building IKEA shelves and the Kallax to hold crafting supplies. That's no joke, but it feels so good to have that done. I know. All right, I'm going to double check and see what else from this stamp set. I've got the cake plate left before we move on to our wreath and our green rebuilding stamp set to stamp those things. So I'm going to go ahead and do the base of my cake plate. And again, this cake plate is my favorite. The cake plate and the rolling pin are my favorites from this. We're going to do it in cherry. Happy birthday, Genevieve. Cassie's going to watch college football and NFL, cross-stitching and sewing new felt ornaments. You have a busy weekend, Cassie. I am sewing this weekend. I have a big project I have to get done. Oh, wow, that is not good stamping. There we go. That's a little bit better. I better clean this off a little bit. Destashing. Oh my goodness, so much going on this weekend. I am also filming. So I have a sewing project, and then I just have a couple of little areas in here to clean up because I'm filming my video for my craft room. I know it's been a long time coming, but it's getting done. It's cleaned up now. I'm happy. All right, we are moving on. I do have the lid of the cake plate, but that's a different paper, so we'll just come back to that. This is the wonderful wreaths. I'm going to use this guy and then the layering piece first, and then we'll grab another piece of paper. And I forgot to mention, the trees were stamped in Simon Says Stamp Field Positively Saturated ink. And our greenery, this is pine. And we're going to move that. And we have our layering. And I'm just going to do this in black. It's pretty sparse, and I didn't want to try to find a darker green color. That was me being lazy. All right. And then we have the 3 additional greenery pieces that are all going to be stamped in pine. Thank you, Emma. That's so nice of you. Yay, Cheryl! You did get to catch me. All right. Am I missing? Oh, yes, here it is. These stamp sets that have 2 sets in them, I get confused. Okay. These are all, oops, forgot to take that off. All going to be stamped in pine. And I may have to stamp them twice. We'll see. Oh, for sure. For sure going to stamp those twice. Hannah says PTI nailed the greenery. Yes, it is amazing. Oh, you know who didn't nail the greenery? This girl stamping. This girl stamping did not. I might have greatly overestimated how much I could stamp in an hour and die cut. The die cutting won't take long. This little compact cutter is my favorite thing. I've decided. I wish everything could be die cut with it. Let's see. Christy said, had our first light snow. Perfect crafting weather. Yes, it is. I don't know if I'm ready for snow, but I am ready for cooler weather. It is cooler today, which I'm happy about. Yesterday it was horrible hot. I say that it was only 70 something, but I felt hot all day. All right, let me double check. We have our trees, we have our gingerbread house, we have all of that. We need the cake dome, and that is going to be from a little vellum. So I do want to talk about my choice, how I decided to stamp this. I am going to be using white Stazon instead of stamping and embossing. And the reason being, when you stamp and emboss, at least for me, even with good vellum, it tends to warp. And I knew it was going to be tricky getting the cake dome on the cake plate because I did lift things up with foam adhesive and it's really only attached down here. So I am choosing to stamp it with Stazon instead. And I think it worked fantastic. I was actually very, very pleased with it. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know I love the cotton white Stazon. I might be doing a little bit more of that because it really did work good. Chris said, used our heater for the first time. See, I'm trying not to turn my air conditioner back on. Kelly says, yay for vellum and white Stazon. Yes. And I didn't have to get my heat tool out. So it was like a win-win. All right. I think you guys, I have everything die cut that I had not die cut previously. I do want to clean the Stazon off real fast though. And I just use regular stamp cleaner. I do not use the Stazon cleaner. And if you clean it right away, it comes right off. Even if you forget, it does come off. Let's see. Lots in Greeley. I know right where Greeley is. Greeley, Colorado, by the way. I didn't finish my thought very good. All right, I am going to kind of make sure that these are all, I don't want to lose any of the little parts and pieces, so let me move that out of the way. Actually, let's just move that clear out of the way. Let's move our Misty, and let's bring in our Hero Arts compact cutter. And we're going to start die cutting. So I am going to just be die cutting away here, taking all the coordinating dies. I'm using some of the Simon Says Stamp low tack tape. I will say the one thing about their low tack tape, I don't think you can reuse it very good, but so many close crafters, yes. Oh, thank you so much, Cindy. That was really nice of you to say. Steph, 23 degrees in Colorado, and she's fully under a blanket drinking coffee. Steph, I wish. I'm telling you, I wish I was. When I woke up to the rain and thunderstorm this morning, I was like, darn it, I have to get around. I suppose you guys don't care. I could come to you in my pajamas, but that's not very professional, so no. I really do try. Oh my gosh, Loveland. Wow, how many Colorado crafters do we have? I have family in Colorado, so I've always see that, and I think we should probably have a Colorado meetup at some point. Beth, the stamp sets I'm using today are all from Papertrey Ink, and they're all linked in the description. However, the chat's been letting me know that some of them have sold out, so you might want to sign up to be notified. Everything I'm using here today is from their October release. It came out right here at the end of October, and they're so cute. I'm using a mix of a couple of stamp sets. Holiday Wreaths and Gingerbread Bakery. Bring it to Colorado, Steph says. Oh, so many yeses. Oh my goodness, you guys. We do have a lot of Colorado crafters. Karen, are you still here? We could bring our Oklahoma and Kansas crafters to Colorado. I think that would be fun. Me trying to make sure that I'm putting my dies back with the right sets. That's amusing. How much do you guys want to bet that I end up with things that don't go where they go? Oh, well. Yeah. So many saying they're in. Nebraska, too. Dawn, you're not too far away. I love when we all say where we're from, because maybe we can find people that we can meet up with on a more regular basis. I think that would be awesome. Oh, it's thundering again. What do you want to suppose I have to drive on the freeway in pouring rain, which is not my favorite. Let's see. Debbie, I would fly in from Oregon for that meetup. Oh, that's so funny. You guys, that's funny. Don't mind me, just die cutting away. Die cutting, die cutting. Luckily, I don't think there's too much left, and then I'll put it together. I sure hope I don't run out of time. Most of it is done, so that is the good thing. It's just all these little fussy dies, but isn't who has a compact cutter? I know that there's several out there. This is the Hero Arts version, but they're all made by Sizzix, so I just think they're so cute. Where in Kansas, Barb, do you go for your craft retreat? All right, we're going to worry about moving these later. I'm going to set this somewhere safe. Oh, no, I need that. We're going to set the dies somewhere safe. Maybe it would just be faster. I keep kind of hoping that my appointment gets pushed back, but so far, no. All right, let's just move that tape out of the way. Since I had an extra tree. Castle Rock, I know right where that is. Tracy has the Sizzix. Chris has a compact cutter that she forgot about. So you know what? I kind of forget about them too. But when I was teaching at the retreat a couple weeks ago, quite a few had little compact cutters with them. And I always think they are just such a good idea for those types of events when your craft space is limited. Christy has the Altenew. Yes, I've used that one in the past. They're a nice, handy little tool to have. And it works real good for this, since it doesn't take up much room. Cassie has the Gemini. Yes. Carissa had that at the retreat, and I have to say, I really wanted that one. It worked really nice. And yes, it is such a good idea for a retreat. Because often retreats, you know, there'll be like a community die cutter to use, which is great. However, it does take a little time to, you know, run back and forth to that. And just being able to die cut the small things right at your table on your own machine, or share maybe with your table mates, is such a great little time saver. Yes. So many people are saying that they have one. I love that. I only have to die cut 3 things from here because the other 2 were mistakes. Or learning experiences. Maybe that's what I should call them. Learning experiences. All right. I think my little die cutting is done. Let's move our compact cutter and let's grab our tags. Now, one thing I did forget to do, I'm going to move all my little pieces, and I want to grab all of my, I know I have enough roofs. What did I do with the last one? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. It goes on the back. I'll find it later. I counted them. Okay. Let's take these, our fronts. And I did ink blend and kind of grunge them up just a little bit. I'm feeling kind of like Tim Holtz with the grunging things. I thought that it matched the rest of the tag a lot better. Oh my gosh, McPherson. Well, first of all, if you fly into Wichita, you're only 10 minutes from me. And McPherson is not very far away. You know what? I think I remember you saying that during another live one time, that you went to McPherson. Now that you say that. That's so funny. And yes, I made multiple trips to the airport a couple weeks ago, picking up people for the retreat and dropping them off. I guess only 1 to pick up, 2 to drop off. I didn't like those. I liked picking up better. Because dropping off means that the fun is over. Aw, Jennifer says her granddaughter calls these gingerbreads. That's so cute. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down to my tag fronts just to get started. I did use liquid glue. I found it worked just a little bit better. And then there are hole reinforcers with that Mama Elephant tag set, and I did die cut them. For all that watch me make tags, you know that I think that the tag is not finished really without a hole reinforcer, but it doesn't die cut a hole. And so let's go ahead and attach our hole reinforcers to the front. I do have ones for the front and the back, but I'm going to show you how I do this. So I glue the hole reinforcer to the front, and here in a minute when the glue dries, we're going to punch a little hole. But I like to wait for the glue to dry a bit. All right. So let's just go ahead and pull our gingerbread tag right next to where we're working, and let's build this one first. Latonka Lady says the little cutter, the compact cutter is so cute. It really, really is. Question, those that sell cards, do you stamp inside greetings, yes or no? Somebody else will have to answer that because I don't sell cards. So you may notice when you have your foam tape, it's not going to curve, but if you remove the backing paper, then you can just maneuver that however you want. It is my absolute favorite tip about foam tape when you're working with a curved edge of any kind. That goes for shakers or any kind of rounded or round shape. Oh, thank you, Chris. All right. So oh, you guys, I completely forgot. So notice how I grunged this up? You know what we're going to do? Hold on. I about made a bad error, but I know in the trash, this is leftover from foam tape. And because I need to be able to pull, I've already pulled my backing off, I'm just going to pop it there. I am going to grab my cappuccino again. This was really supposed to be done before because I do want to grunge this up because I think it matches a little better. But I like the dimension. You could stamp it directly on your tag if you wanted to, or your card, and not use the coordinating die. But there's my little tip. If you have those leftover backing sheets from foam adhesive, they do come in handy. And then we're just going to make sure that's centered. And I'm not going to press it down super hard yet because I want to glue my greenery underneath it. Thank you guys for answering questions about the inside sentiments for selling cards. Oh, thank you so much for Holidays Design. I don't know. We'll see when we're done how much I forgot. Now, in fairness, I did plan out this in advance, so that does help. I have something to go on. Okay, we're going to take our rolling, we need our rolling pin, a gingerbread man, snowflake. We're going to start with that. And I'm just going to use some small foam squares for the rolling pin because my foam tape's a little wide and I could cut it down, but I'm not going to take the time to do that, or like cut it in half. Oh, thank you so much, Dawn. I'm glad you like it. This is literally, I had the most fun putting these together. I don't even know what it is, you guys. And maybe that translates, but I truly, truly had a blast putting this together. Trying to imagine like a little bakery. Now this gingerbread man, I'm going to glue directly to the card. And the reason being, you could take a stamp set and use like a stamp a candy cane. In fact, there's a darling little stocking stamp set in this Papertrey release. But I like these little, I love adding dimension where I can. So I decided to use these Trinity Stamps mini peppermint candy canes. I think Tim Holtz has some too. And I want to tuck it underneath what I've added with foam tape. So I glued him flat so that when I glue down this dimensional candy cane, it can kind of tuck under there. There we go. And then it will take a minute to kind of set. And I'm just going to do that. We'll just put our acrylic blocks on it while I work on the rest. Let's see. Yes, I always have replays for anyone who can't catch it. And I know we did talk about it last week. I think I will start offering the lives at a couple of different times a month. I need to find a schedule. I'm going to work on that. It didn't happen this week. The other thing I'm using are these peppermints that I just am addicted to. These are the large peppermint candy from Trinity Stamps. And if you guys don't mind holding on 1 second, I'm going to text my appointment and see if I can push it back like 15 minutes. But it'll take me 1 second. Sorry. All right. And then, of course, I think I'll be done. I just am super afraid I don't want to rush. Oh, you love the Christmas mice video. Vicki, do you use these as tags or fronts of cards? So I actually use mine as tags, and I have planned these as tags, but you could definitely not back them and use them on cards just as easily. And of course, we have to have our little red heart on the rolling pin. All right, and then I want some snowflakes as well. Leslie says, I am addicted to baking items. I know. I am too. For whatever reason, I find them super cute. Hold, please. Shimon says, yeah. I tried not to do the hold very long. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do these all at once. So I felt like the top of the tag was missing a little something. And I was already going to add some little clay snowflakes there. And I am going to go about every other scallop and add a little dab of glue. And we're going to add snowflakes to the top. And I felt like this really balanced out kind of what I was trying to achieve. And you guys know how much I love these all these little details, the little embellishments. They're my very favorite. Oh, I feel like that needs to be straighter, or that's going to drive me crazy. There we go. All right, looking at this looks pretty good. I am going to set this one aside and go ahead and assemble the second one. Let's move this guy out of the way too. And let's bring in this one. The clay snowflakes are my favorite. Handmade Not Hallmark said, mine too. All right, just like before, we're going to kind of start with our base and build out from there. So in this one, it's going to be our cake plate. Our cake plate and our banner. I'm going to do both of those kind of at the same time. So many bakers and Christmas cookie bakers in here. The details do make a difference, Leslie said. Absolutely. And this time I'm not going to forget that I want to grunge up the banner before we add foam. So I added some little squares to the base and then a bigger piece along the top. And that we're just going to kind of lightly pop right there. And then let's go ahead. I'm going to do my greenery real quick. Coming out from here. To me, it just feels like a little vignette, like sitting on your counter or a buffet or something. In my mind, I think I've mentioned this before, I tend to tell myself little stories as I'm building. That's my story. I was decorating in my mind. Oh, I need more ink. That's not enough. So again, I'm going to go back to Cappuccino, and I just want to grunge up the border so it's not that stark vanilla malt color. Everything is grunged up, kind of more of a rusticy feel, I guess. And let's clean up my mess before I... Linda says, my daughter loves to bake and I love to eat it. Hear, hear. My daughter and Crazy, this is going to take some getting used to, her fiance, were here the other day and we were talking about baking. We were talking about Thanksgiving and what I'm making. And he goes, you need to make those pumpkin cookies. She made these pumpkin cookies last year that her older brother and her fiance just absolutely loved. Absolutely loved. But her older brother, I thought it was funny because I told him and he was like, yeah, she does need to make those. Okay, I did the same thing where I took the backing off of the foam tape so I could go along that curve. Oh, Vicki, I'm so glad. Thank you. That means so much to me. Let's make sure. I'm going to only lightly put that there. I'm using it. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Did I seriously ruin my globe with inky fingers? Or my glass vellum? Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm going to clean my fingers. I got to get a dry cloth. Sorry. I'm afraid that I'm being messy. Oh, that would be fun, Shimon. Okay, next, let's build what goes inside. Starting with our gingerbread house. And I'm going to put it just slightly off of center to make room for everything that we're adding. And I am popping things up with foam. So like a big square back behind the gingerbread house, a little square back behind our tree, our big tree, pardon me. We're going to do another little square behind another little tree. Christine says, question, what color of cardstock did you start with? I started with Lawn Fawn Vanilla Malt. I think a good ivory would also work. I love vanilla malt though. Okay, our little gingerbread guy doesn't need to be big because he's going in this little scene. And I'm gluing him right on top. And I do think I need a little foam, but I don't need the whole small. Oh, these scissors need cleaned. They're out because they need cleaned, and then I chose to use them. Smart. So I just cut a small square in half. Kelly, thank you so much. She's reminding everyone to do all the YouTube things like and subscribe because she says that the YouTube algorithm is a fickle beast. Kelly, thank you. I love it. Okay, then on my glass, I'm putting a tiny little line of glue right along the bottom. And I promise it's not going to go anywhere. That's all I did for this one. And then I'm going to very carefully lift up my cake plate here and just slide it right underneath the edge like that. Ta-da! I just love it. It's so cute. All right, then the magic of video, I have another gingerbread man. And this one we're going to pop up. because I want to lay my candy cane right on top of this one. So it's just kind of a game of what is going to work the best. Kelly, because I can't take credit. Yeah, I know. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so he's holding a candy cane. It's a little shorter than the other. They're different sizes, but honestly, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to get a couple of sizes of peppermints. I just love the little embellishments. I think they add a lot to the finished scene. So we'll just add those. And I think we have some little snowflakes. And this time I added snowflakes to the cake plate. And we are also going to do the same thing we did for the first tag and add them along that top edge. And Odin is going to snore because this is not interesting to a dog. And we're just going to pop these little guys in place. I love these little snowflakes. Snowflake all the things. And there is our other tag front. So we have our tag fronts done. Love your backstories. Yes. Okay, now if you wanted to add these to your card instead of making them a tag, at this point, since they are tag shaped, and this is what I was telling you guys, I've got a crocodile here, or a hole punch would work. I am going to punch through that front. Whoops, I was completely out of camera. I'll do the other one. We're going to punch through the front. And make that a tag. Then I would thread through the twine and adhere it to your card front. Let's just use the back of my card. So let's say this is card sized, so it would completely fill your card front, and I'd probably tie like a little bow. How cute would that be on a card? So super cute. Now, if you want to do what I'm doing today, where I'm making it a tag, we have our tag backs, and I'm going to stamp it really quick. So let me move these guys. Oh, did I just find it? Nope. I am missing one of my roofs for my gingerbread, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll show up. So for this, I'm going to stamp. And this is from this little mini stamp set from the release called Winter Globe Sentiments. So I know it's made to fit with the Winter Globe, but I love this Warmest Seasons Greetings to You and Yours. I'm going to center it or eyeball it. And we're going to take our cherry ink and stamp this on the back of our tags. And I'm going to go ahead and do both of them. I did them both the same. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. You're so nice. Okay, then all I'm going to do, oops, and I guess I did ink this up. I'm only going to finish the back of one since I'm missing my roof and I want to make sure and add that, but it's going to be the same process for both. I knew I'd probably come out short with something. It'll probably show up as soon as I'm done. Because that is the way things go. Actually, that is really dirty. Let's use this one. So we are going to go ahead and glue this one on. Like so. Oh good, my appointment did get pushed back, so now I'm not freaking out so much. Oh good, and what's funny is she was going to text me because she's always running behind. Let me text her back. I'm so sorry, you guys. I really don't like to do that while I'm live, but okay, so this is the first one I grabbed. Now to get the whole reinforcer to line up perfectly, this is my tip. We're going to take some adhesive, and yes, I know for everyone who was here last week, guess what? I got it to work because I wasn't freaking out that day. I still am on the fence whether I like it. Please, no comments if you like it or not. I have a lot of strong feelings from people on it, but I did get it working. I did even order more adhesive for it, so I'm going to give it a real try. Okay, we're going to glue them back to back. So here is the back, here is the front, and now that we have that in place, and you could just punch it once, but I tend to like to do it this way. And of course, we do want to add the whole reinforcer to the back because that makes it really nice and finished, I think. And this makes it able to tie on to a package or whatever, and you could handwrite a little sentiment, or maybe you're tying it onto a, little plate of treats, whatever the case may be. I always think that that just finishes it off nicely. And then because you haven't really put anything on the front that says a gift for you or whatever, it could be a decoration. They could hang it on their tree. You could hang it on a tree, whatever you want to do there. I'm using some of the natural. I kind of went back and forth, but I think that this natural lawn fawn twine looks amazing on this. It really kind of goes with the rustic vibe. I die cut about, I think it was a 10-inch length of the twine. And then we just thread it through and knot it. And that is it. There they are. Tracy, I have a love-hate with my ATG. It's a bloomin' skill refilling it, Cheryl said. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, Christine, no, it's not made. I can totally agree. I did get another suggestion. I wrote it down, and of course I can't remember it, that I'm going to order and try. I'm actually going to order and try a couple of different things until I find one I really, really love. Okay, you guys, here are the finished tags. And of course, let me show you. I'm going to lay out one of the background or the backs of it next to it. So you can, let's just do it this way. So here's what they end up. And of course, this one will be finished because I just can't find the roof. I must need a die cut one. Hey, if that's the worst thing in today, I can go with it. That happens. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around. Does anyone have any questions that I missed during the demonstration? I tried to keep up, but I got to putting things together and I may have missed. I will try to, I'll reach out to Papertrey today and see if and when they're planning on. I'm sure they'll restock, but I'll find out when, and I will update here on my community page. Maybe I'll even try to add it on my blog post for the replay of this that goes out tomorrow, if I hear back from them in time. So just, I'll keep you guys updated in case you're interested in picking these things up. Let's see. Jennifer, were they both made from the same set? Everything from the bakery is from the same set. The greenery is from a different set. It is Gingerbread Bakery, and the holiday wreath is where all the greenery came from. Carla, there might be a slight delay. I'm not sure. It says YouTube says I am, but I can see answers before questions. I'm not sure. Thank you, Christine, for the recommendation. I will look into it. Oh, Jenny, fun. She says she decorates with gingerbread for Christmas and love these so much. Yes, one of my favorite cross-stitch floss tubers. She has a whole gingerbread display that she shared last year, and I have to say that it really inspired my tags. It's funny, inspiration can be found anywhere, not just within paper crafting. Oh, Handmade Not Hallmark just started making tags and love doing it. It's so much fun. Absolutely. I love them too. What's the dimensions of the cardstock on your stamp holders? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm sorry. You might have to explain a little bit. I might just be blanking. I'm sorry. Gingerbread is my favorite, Hannah says. And Taylor says, I'm making the Mrs. Claus Bakery cross stitch, which has gingerbread. So, so cute. Handmade, not Hallmark, loves gingerbread everything. It looks like there's a lot of you who are big gingerbread fans. I love that. Okay, if you guys have any additional questions, please drop them in the comments when the live is over, and I definitely will get to them. Oh, behind me. I don't know what the dimensions are. Off the top of my head. I think it's 10 by 8 by 6. They're in my Amazon shop, if that helps at all, under Crafty Supplies, or Crafty Organization, pardon me. Crafty Organization. The bins are from M Design, and I believe they're 10 by 8 by 6. Yes, thank you guys. I was being a little dense. I know. I forget that you can see them behind me because I don't see it. I'm reading. So thank you for helping. Judy says, no worries, you're helping us. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really don't like to do that, but it worked out. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you. And I think that's it, everyone. I do want to have a couple of little notes. So I will be live next week. What is the week? I don't have my calendar open, and I'm not going to open it right now. The week of Thanksgiving. I'm just going to tell you that. That Friday, Black Friday here in the US, I will not have a live. I know lots of people will be spending the holiday with family, or you're going to be out shopping, or that's just not a good time for a live. So there won't be a live that Friday. I'm thinking about maybe doing a live earlier in the week, but I haven't decided. I haven't scheduled one yet, but I might be doing that. It might be a little bit different kind of live, but we shall see if it all comes together. But I just wanted you to know that on that particular Friday, there won't be, but every other Friday, I already have them planned and have projects planned. So I will be here for all of those. And if you're going to be at the Hero Arts event, this holiday stamp along this weekend, I will see you tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central Time. I can't figure out all the other time zones, I'll be honest. So make sure you know. And if where you live does daylight savings, that all happens this weekend. So I'm going to be going to bed at 6 p.m. I'm just kidding, but it does make me tired when it's dark early. Other than that, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If you do want to see some other projects with October release Papertrey, let me know. Let me know what you like from the release, what you'd like to see, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Because I did think, because I missed a couple of lives in October, and because of Thanksgiving here in November, I would try to maybe throw in a surprise live at some point. Yes, thank you. It's the 25th, Cassie says. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys later. Bye. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.